Gray. Anne Michel, one of two French women, and there you can see on the podium in 2013. A woman who came late to the sport of weightlifting. And Sybil Ozgan-Konak, Olympic runner-up in 2008 and 3 times a World Championship runner-up. Manon Lawrence, just recently coming down to 48 kilos. Most of her career as she spent lifting at 53. And completing the lineup, representing Romania, Monica Suneta Cengeri, and she, at 20 years of age, is the youngest of our 8 competitors. So this is the scene in the warm-up room. The women have been in here now for some 40 minutes, and as you can see, just beginning their warm-up process, building up all the time to the opening weights. But earlier in the day, we had the B groups, and Estefania won, who won this title in 2006 and 2007. And she came out in the B group to lift the first attempt in the snatch there, and ultimately worked her way up. Estefania won to lead at the halfway stage. Estefania won out for the clean and jerk. And finally, a good lift. And those two performances, the best in the B group. And she, with her total, leads at the halfway stage in this competition and is the woman to catch. Well, here are some of the women who won this before. I've mentioned a few of them. These weight categories dating back to 1998. And in fact, these categories created 2 years after the European Championships were first held in Norway in Stavanger in 1996. So it's a very cozy atmosphere as you see the start list. And there you have the opening first attempts in yellow there, as posted by the athletes. But those may change as the chess game unfolds. So that's the situation. And just also in a moment, we'll bring you the records at European and world level. There they are. And well, maybe in certain situations, in this particular European edition of the European Weightlifting Championships, we might see 1 or 2 of those going as the lifters really push themselves to the limit to not only win medals, but maybe grab a place for Rio 2016. So that's the setup, and we are now literally a couple of seconds away from the first of the attempts. 3 attempts in the snatch, 3 in the clean and jerk. Well, this is a very tough call.
They don't have a choice. You know, if you're in a low-level competition, you wouldn't risk sending a lifter out for a second attempt if they have tweaked an elbow. But in this kind of situation where the team are fighting for points.
And also, nobody else wants this weight. So this takes tremendous guts and tremendous mental strength as well. So Manon Lawrence, second attempt at 80 kilos. If she gets it, it would put her into the lead. And she is very conscious, as are all the French, that totals give you points. No total, no points towards Olympic qualification. Fingers crossed for her.
Let's go on. She's nervous. She knows that elbow's giving her trouble. Shake of the head as well. Confidence is shot. And I don't blame her. I know that is a horrible feeling to come out knowing that you're carrying an injury, knowing those elbows could buckle underneath you. Well,
now we've been talking about pressure. Here's another pressure lift here. This is, in fact, an increase increase of 5 kilos, going up to 80 kilos from her successful first attempt of 75. So at this body weight category, this is a big question, Michaela.
It is. It's a weight she has done before, but it wasn't. It was as far back as 2010, so she was asking an awful lot of herself. Not to be today. Chiponia Brea finishes back down on 75, and that's going to put her right down out of the positions.
So Jenny Pagliaro still leading the competition from Anne Michel, with Monica Suneta Cengeri of Romania in 3rd place. And it should be Manon Lawrence in picture there. Well, this is the last chance saloon. If she makes this, she stays in the competition with the possibility of a total. But if she doesn't, then there will be no Olympic contribution from this lifter in terms of points from a finished position.
Just hope she doesn't hurt herself any further. 15 seconds on the clock. No, she's bombed. Well, this opens the door to a lot of other countries that are eagerly trying to gain points. A lot of these countries, Italy, Poland, Azerbaijan, Spain, Germany, Great Britain, to name but a few, will be watching anxiously, because 2 French lifters in an A group, they were going to get good points.
But Anne Michel is still there.
She is.
So not all is lost, but that was a very, very tough situation to find yourself in for both her 2nd and her 3rd attempt there. Of course, she can still, if she feels able to, come out for the clean and jerk, but now Sibel Özkan Konak, and this is a terrific athlete representing Turkey, Beijing Olympic silver medalist, personal best of 90 kilos, so she's starting very conservatively.
Wow.
But it's
a
not
little
only
lethargic,
about,
maybe?
well, it's not only about strength, it's also about technique.
It is, and it's about getting into that zone as you come onto the platform. Some lifters like to be fired up. Here, Sibel, quite calm, quite focused, almost too relaxed, pulls the bar backwards. So much so that legs couldn't really get into it. Just see her in the warm-up room there, taking a sip of water as her teammate Nurjan Taylan comes out for her 2nd attempt, 81 kilos.
Yeah, Nurjan, 3 kilo increase. Over the years, Nurjan's been a fantastic servant to Turkey. She's won 4 European titles at this body weight, 2 at 53, a World Championship in Antalya back in 2010, and of course the Athens Olympic Games gold medal.
Well, I said she was lacking that spark through the middle when we saw her first attempt on 78. And now it's exposed, 3 kilo increase. Just doesn't quite get the extension through the hips.
Yes, the one blot, of course, Michaela, is the 4-year ban that was reduced to 2, which she picked up in 2011. And ever since she's come back, she's not really been the same lifter.
Well, you've got to assume that she's clean now, and it makes a difference.
So here's her teammate. How tough is it to be Olympic silver medalist and 3 times a runner-up in the World Championships? That's surely frustrating. But she's taken on some great lifters in her time, mostly from China. Better. Much better. Why on earth didn't she do that the first time? Takes her straight into the lead at 81 kilos. But it's a life lost.
It is, and that's an attempt she should have secured first time round. She will be disappointed, but at the end of the day, she's in the competition. Just look how deep she sits into that receiving position. So straight underneath the bar.
So Jenny Pagliaro coming out. Now, Jenny will, on this, her third attempt, would go into the lead because she weighed in at 47.55 and Sybil weighed in at 47.68. So that's the difference in the body weights. But this is for 3 out of 3.
Wow.
Oh, solid. Best of the 3.
Fantastic lifting.
Yeah.
She's just done her team proud. See the focus, not too much in terms of celebrations. That's only halfway through the competition. It's tough to stay focused right from start to end. But she'll have about 15 minutes or so now before she needs to warm up for the clean and jerk. Good extension, great speed under the bar. And she has a slightly unfair advantage, and she doesn't have so far for the bar to travel. Very short in levers, perfect for weightlifting.
So now Anne Michel, and this is her third attempt. Now she's actually lighter. No, she's not. She's just a fraction heavier than Jenny, but this would take her into second place.
No. Oof. Oof. Definitely thought that was going in front. How she dropped it behind.
Yeah. So that's only 1 out of 3, and the French have had a very poor start to the championships in the women's division.
Yeah, she still hangs on to that silver medal position at the moment, and there's not many lifts to go. Really good position off the floor, good extension, just jumps that right foot backwards. Frustration.
Now Sybil Ojkan-Konak can look backstage at Nurjan Thailand, who's coming to try 81 kilos for the second time, but this is her last attempt. Nurjan 47.43, joint lightest in the class.
Oh, it's there. Great recovery after missing that second attempt. When did she let go of the bar? Was that bar below shoulder height? The rules specify the hands must stay on the bar until it passes the shoulders. Referees have passed it. Really solid at the bottom. Oof. It's a little arrogance in terms of lifting there. These lifters need to be careful.
But it's good to see the fire.
It is, but they need to be careful and disciplined. You've done the hard work. At least keep your hands on the bar. Make sure the referees don't overturn the decision.
So here's Chengeri, 12 years younger than Nurjan, the baby of the class, still in the junior ranks.
Well, most impressive lifter that we've seen in this group so far. Super, super explosive, so dynamic in her lifting. Gary really is showing what she's made of. Still a junior. How much further can she go over the next few years? This is a lifter that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So fast. Outstanding lifting.
So Diachenko's had a little wait. Now weighed in at 47.57.
Needs to stand still, no! And that was a pressurised lift. Having missed 78, got 78. She gambled a 4-kilo jump to try and stay with the rest of the competition.
Look at the difference. She would have gone into the lead. As it is, she's left down into 6th place.
Well, it's there, slightly in front, steps forward, cannot hold it until the referees give her the down signal. You must stand still, be in full control before the referees will tell you to put it down. So frustrating.
So Sybil Ojkan has slipped down to 3rd place at the moment in the bronze medal position for the first of these disciplines, the snatch lift. So 82 kilos on the bar, third and last attempt.
Needs it. Anna's got it. Working hard to stand still.
And body weight puts her back into the gold medal position.
Well, that's some tremendous lifting from Sybil. See here the fight. So deep in that bottom position, working hard to stand. Complete focus right to the end. Well done.
Not over yet, though. Still, Chengeri has one attempt, and the bar has gone to 83 kilos. Last year in the European Championships, she was 5th and contributed 76 kilos in this particular phase of the competition.
Sensibly has only taken 1 kilo increase here to try and take that gold medal back. Oh, on her toes. Steadies herself. There's your European Snatch champion, 2016. And she's still only a junior.
Yeah, that was terrific. And by a kilo, she pushes Sybil Ozkan-Konak into second place. But have a look at this.
Look at this, right on her toes. Heels came off. How did she manage to regain the balance? Just shows the functional stability, the core control that these lifters have. Heels right up, steadies herself, and has the leg strength to stand. Well, bring on the clean and jerk.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Romania, Turkey, the medals. Chengeri, the gold, Ozkan-Konak, the silver, Nurjan Taylan, the bronze. And now the lifters into a 10-minute interval. But this is the situation at the halfway stage. And you can see there, Romania by a kilo from the first of the two Turkish lifters, who in turn are separated by a kilo. Jenny Pagliaro, 3 out of 3, and a really good performance by her. And just looking at the overall positions in the snatch, I think Chengeri clearly is the lifter who's, on the evidence of what we've seen so far, the lifter that is making the greatest improvement.
Well, she is, and you would expect that of a lifter still in their junior years. Yes, she is 20, top of the junior ranks. She is oozing confidence.
93, 96, and now 98. As you would expect, the clean just a little bit harder, but okay.
And that's a personal best. 2 kilo PB. What a place to do it on the European platform. Works hard out of the clean. Really straight underneath the bar. If we can see the position from the side, that's textbook in terms of how straight the body should be. No excess pressure on the shoulders or the back.
But that miss, the third attempt in the snatch, very expensive.
Hugely expensive.
Yeah, because she's overall 4th at the moment. Now Nurjan, 2 kilo increase to 98. This for the overall lead. Not to be. And that anchors her at the moment in 3rd place. And remember, her teammate, Sybil Ozkan, yet to start. So she could get pushed out of the overall medals here. This was important that she made this to put herself into the lead.
It was just there. If only she'd have dropped into a deeper split position straight away, she may have had it at arm's length. You can't sink into that position. It's a real shame. Back foot starts to slip because the weight's not even on both legs.
So, final attempt for Chengeri, and I think, you know, Jenny's very good opener there for Italy, Jenny Pagliaro. 97 kilos. It's put her in a very decent position. Still got 2 attempts to come, but This is pretty important for Chengeri.
She needs this, needs to stand. Come on.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
This is the sign of a junior lifter.
Yeah.
Just lacking that overall leg strength. That will come with training over the next few years. That's something that just takes a bit longer to catch up. She's technically good, technically precise, good fighting head on her shoulders. Really wants it. Just needs a bit more time to develop out of the junior ranks. And she'll be nailing those weights no problem next year.
So, Jenny. Well, they seem to have got a pattern here, haven't they, of 2 kilo increases. This is what they did right the way through the first half of the competition, 77, 79, 81. Starting off with 97 in the clean and jerk, now going to 99.
Forget these girls are light. We're now in the region of double body weight lift. And 2 kilos is quite a big increase at this body weight. Nice. Wow. Easy lifting. Come on, Jenny, one more to go. How much further can she go?
Well, you see, that 2 kilo increase takes her to 180, so she's now gone 2 clear of Chengeri, who's finished her lifting. She's 3 clear of Nurjan Thailand, who's finished her lifting. And now Anne Michel, who's got 2 attempts left. I think will be the next lifter out here. And in fact, there's a change of weights, and it's going to be Sybil Ozcan. So Anne Michel is really going to, I think, play the high-stakes poker game to try and get back into this. But whether that's wise, only time will tell. But Sybil Ozcan now for her first attempt. Remember, the silver medal already secured in the snatch phase. Not too many lifts left here, but Sybil could be in a really good position here if she makes all 3 attempts.
I'm not sure if the French coaches have got this wrong. I think Anne Michel only needed 99 to go ahead of Chengeri. But she is playing high-stakes poker.
So, Sybil, the defending champion, won this title last year in Tbilisi with a total of 179. So bringing forward 100 kilos now on the clean and jerk.
That's a big drive to arm's length. Stand still, and she'll get 3 white lights.
182, and that will put her into the lead ahead of the Italian, Pagliaro.
Wow, works hard on the clean. Bit of oscillation on the bar there, but solid overhead.
So Anne Michel going up 3 kilos here to take her to 179, which will put her into the overall bronze medal position. Getting ahead.
Oh, buried her at the bottom. She's got the strength to get under, needs to time it much better. You don't want that bar hitting you like this. Takes all the momentum away. You want to be hitting the bottom and driving straight out.
So Ozcan leads the clean and jerk ahead of Pagliaro. Jenny with 1 attempt left. Ozcan with 2. And overall, it's Ozcan by 182, 2 kilos ahead of Jenny. But Jenny is the lighter of the lifters, as you can see the overall standings there. So this is going to be fascinating, this run to the line, as it were.
Well, this next lift from Anne Michel on 100 kilos, this will either guarantee herself a medal overall, or Chengeri will be guaranteed